Hello, welcome to a reading vlog of sorts. It's been so long since I've done a reading vlog. It's been so long since I've done a reading. Reading is a thing that I don't do anymore, it seems. But hello emails. But welcome to a reading vlog. This weekend I have decided I needed a challenge to get me out of this reading funk that I am in, and I opened that challenge up for my patrons to join me as well, so it's become a weekend Patreon reading challenge, but it'll be a challenge you're fairly familiar with. 24 hours on a clock and a weekend to get it down to 0. Whenever you're reading, the timer is counting down, so over the weekend I will be spending 24 hours reading. This was supposed to start at 7 p.m. this evening. It's Friday when I'm starting this. It's now 20 to 9. I have been editing a video, uploaded a video, had dinner, and we have my mum's dog here, and she is an old gal who needs eye drops and tablets and maintenance. So I won't lie, the last hour has been a struggle. Finn is upstairs with Jake, away from her, because she has so many lumps and bumps. She's so fragile, it scares me. So Finn is upstairs with Jake, probably chilling out, and I'm hoping that she is gonna chill out with me. Hopefully. If you at any point in this video get a glimpse of her eye, she has a little tumour on her eye. It looks a bit gross, but that's why we've got the eye drops and everything else going on with her. But yeah, hopefully she'll chill out and go to sleep. But yeah, the challenge is the 24 hours. Hopefully I actually manage it, along with everything else that I have to do this weekend. So, on my iPad, over here, I have set up, ding, 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds, because that's the most it will do. And I'm going to read Spy Family. I wanted something quick as like a quick win. And what volume is this for? I'm up to volume 4 of Spy Family. I enjoy it, it's fun. And as I say, it'll be a quick win for me, which is definitely what I feel like I need, because the last thing I read was actually Spy Family Volume 3 before we moved. I haven't read anything since then, so let's fix that. And yeah, I am going to start my 24 hours right about now. So, let's go. Hello, it has just past midnight on Friday night, and I would love to be further in than I am, but I am about 2 hours in on my timer. There we go. I am not, I was going to say not 2 hours in, I'm just over 2 hours in on my timer. And I have finished Spy Family Volume 4. It was just as cute as Spy Family always is. I enjoyed. I like the family. It was the one where they give a dog, so very cute. Look forward to continuing. Look forward to there being more of the dog. I'm enjoying that series. And after finishing that, I have moved on to the Bellwoods game. I haven't got the dust jacket on it. Here, the Bellwoods game. This is a Halloween-y middle grade, and I thought that it was the perfect time. It's a fairly quick read. It's quite illustration heavy in here, so it would be quite a quick read, but also the perfect time of year to read it myself as well. And I am just under halfway. More than just under. halfway. I am on page 135. Yeah, just under halfway. But it has just gone midnight. This is incredibly late for me these days. I don't know how I used to be able to do it, because I am like falling asleep here. So I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go to bed, and we shall carry on the reading, carry on the timer in the morning. But now I need sleep. Well, it's 11 a.m. now, but this is your first vocal clip of the day. I have finished the Bellwoods game. I have been reading for a couple of hours, just an hour and a half today. I've got 20 hours and 16 minutes left on my timer. Here's your evidence. But yeah, I've been reading the Bellwoods game and have finished it. So that's 2 books down in under 4 hours, which is good going. As this is the first middle grade I've read in quite a while, because I haven't really been in the middle grade mood, I am pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed this, and I think that I might actually reach for another middle grade. I think it's maybe a good idea to help me get back in the momentum of reading, because they're quick, easy, and also when it comes to like the Halloween season, which it currently is, like what's the date today? It's the 28th of October today. So this is like Halloween weekend. The like creepy books that I have are middle grades. I don't do horror and scary, so if I want those like Halloweeny vibes, I lean into middle grade. And I wonder if that's kind of where I'm sitting right now, how I'm feeling. I know, like, I could do with something that feels like Small Spaces, you know, by Catherine Arden. I feel like I could do with that. So I'm wondering if I should maybe reach for, like, Dreadwood, Jennifer Killick. I think that might be what I'm feeling. So I think I'm going to go and grab that as my 3rd book. And the fact that I'm voluntarily reaching for a middle grade makes me very happy, because it's been a long time since I've been in a middle grade mood. But I want to read Dreadwood. But yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed it, about a group of kids who play a scary game in the woods called the Bellwoods game. There is a bell. The sound of the bell signifies the start of the game, when the ghost of a girl who went missing haunts the woods. And in order to complete the game and prevent this ghost from causing a troubled time, or a time of troubles for the town, you have to get through the woods to the bell that stands in the middle of it and ring the bell to send the ghosts back to like their realm. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I like the vibes, and I think it's what I'm in the mood for to continue that vibe. So Dreadwood is what I'm going to go for next. Yeah. Rating wise, I don't know, maybe like a 3 or a 4 star. I don't think this is one that's gonna like super stick with me as like a favourite middle grade, but I've enjoyed it, so it would be around the 3 or 4 star mark. But yeah, I'm really happy with my progress, and I have so many hours still to go. So let's go pick up another book. Hello, it has been a little while, and I have read Dreadwood. It's now 10 to 3. My timer is on 17 hours and 58 minutes left. So I am 6 hours into this challenge. And I have just finished my 3rd book, which I think is pretty good going. I don't know why the spiders all over the cover of this did not give it away. This one is not for the arachnophobes amongst us. Fortunately, I am not an arachnophobe. but if I was scared of spiders, this would have been proper freaky. I really liked it though. I liked the atmosphere, I liked the direction that the creepiness took. I am very glad that I picked this one up. And I don't own the next one, but there's like a snippet in the back of it. Fairground? Yeah, the next one is The Fairground. And it's about a game, which I kind of now really want to read, but I don't have. So that's a shame. But I enjoyed this a lot. Did I like this more than the Bellwoods game? Maybe a little bit more than the Bellwoods game. So the premise of this is a group of kids that don't really know each other all too well have a Saturday detention at their school. But there is a creepy whistling and something sinister lurking on school grounds. Again, the spiders all over the cover slipped my mind. Spiders. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would say it gets a 4-star from me. And I'm still in this like creepy middle grade mood. So I need to think about the next creepy middle grade that I want to read. I'm so glad that this mood has come over me. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, what have I got that's creepy? I've got the third Evelyn Jones book. That one's only very little, so it won't take me very long to get through that because they are small books. But that's creepy. It's The Vanishing of Evelyn Jones, I think. So we've got The Haunting is the first one, then The Bewitching, and then The Vanishing of Evelyn Jones by Phil Hicks. So I could go for that. Have I got any other creepy middle grades? None that are springing to the top of my mind. So I reckon I'm going to go for that Evelyn Jones one. Unless I go to the library, have a browse, and something else pops out at me. But I'm feeling that Evelyn Jones one. I'm really glad I decided to do this challenge. I'm feeling good. Hello. Sup. I have just finished The Vanishing of Evelyn Jones. I liked it. Not my favourite Evelyn Jones. I think my favourite one, honestly, has been the first one, The Haunting of Evelyn Jones. That definitely had the best atmosphere of the three. But I do really enjoy these. I like the way Evelyn is like so desperate for scary things to happen. Like, she's really keen on adventuring into the unknown and the creepy and stuff. Like, she reads up on it and she's quite passionate about it all. So that was fun. This one was fairy based. So the first one is ghosts, the second one is witches, and this one is fairies. But like the menacing sort of fairies, you know? It was fun. I liked it. Still not my favourite of the day. That still goes to Dreadwood, I think. But another one down. I think I would give it a 3-star again, but that is book number 4 done. And I had picked up Valentine Crow and Mr. Death by Jenny Spangler, but I have been told that that's not the vibe I'm looking for. I'm looking for middle grade horror right now. That's what I'm in the mood for. And apparently Valentine Crow and Mr. Death is much more like cutesy than creepy, which is, yeah, not the vibe I'm looking for. So I've gone on a totally different vibe and have decided to pick up Sheets by Brenna Thumler. I don't actually know what to expect from this, but there are ghosts. I don't know if this is middle grade or YA. I don't know if this is cutesy or what. I'm not really sure what to expect, but I know I'm not getting horror out of this. So, very different vibe, but I'm going to break up the novel reading with a little graphic novel, and then I'm just going to have to approach the library again and see what else jumps out at me, because Valentine Crow and Mr. Death, now that I'm looking at it with that cutesy lens, isn't the vibe. So, I'm going to read this just to break it up, give me some nice visuals. I did a manga first, I've done 3 novels, let's do a graphic novel, and then get back to novels. You know, nice to break it up, keep it different, switch it up. And the sprint's just ended, so perfect timing for me to say see you in a bit. Hello. My timer is now at 15:20. It is going slow, but I have finished Sheets. Not necessarily the vibes I was going for, and I don't think this is one for me. Like, I was just feeling a little bit about it, like a bit deflated. It didn't really deliver any of the vibes that I really wanted from it, so yeah, it was cute and wholesome, I guess, but just not quite what I was looking for. It feels very mid 3-star to me, personally, so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But my stack of reads is looking pretty good. Like 5 books so far, you know, still on Patreon sprints. 5 books on my timer. This is my whole little setup over here. Yeah, I'm pleased with how it's going content-wise, but the timer just seems to not be going down. Anyway, for my next read, I'm switching up the vibe again. I'm moving away from the middle grade completely, and I've decided to give For the Wolf a go by Hannah Witten. I think this has potential to kind of have the sort of atmosphere that I'm wanting. I know this isn't going to be like scary, which is good because it's more on the adult side, I think. Is it YA or is it adult? I think it's adult, I think. Anyway, but I think it has the potential for a good atmosphere. So, fingers crossed. It's been on my shelf for a really long time. A brilliant dark fantasy debut. And on the back it says, a glorious journey through woods deep and so very dark. A stunning debut. This is sure to enchant. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a go. We'll see. Different vibe, but still looking for that like dark atmosphere that I think this might have. So, we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I am struggling, pals. It is 11:51 p.m. on Saturday. I have 12 hours and 39 minutes left. I still need to read for at least another 39 minutes before I go to sleep, and I cannot tell you how tired I am. But I have been making a little dent in this, and when I say little dent, it is much littler than I would like it to be. But I am on page 117 of For the Wolf. I am enjoying this. Obviously it gives Red Riding Hood vibes, and our main character is called Red, so Red Riding Hood vibes, but I'm also getting Beauty and the Beast vibes, and Beauty and the Beast vibes almost then gives me East of the Sun, West of the Moon vibes, because, you know, but I don't know what this is actually a retelling of. Is it Red Riding Hood? Is it Beauty and the Beast? So far, so good. I can't say I have any particularly strong feelings. I like the way the forest is alive. I feel like it's gonna get darker. Is the atmosphere strong? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that the atmosphere is strong. I think I would have wanted it to be, so far, stronger. But I do think there is potential for it to get darker as we go, and then the atmosphere will come through more as well. So, we'll see. I won't pass judgment this early. But I'm going to take this and my timer, which I will just prove to you, is sitting at 12 hours, 39 minutes and 27 seconds currently. I'm going to take the timer and my book to bed and try and read another 39 minutes before I fall asleep, which I really wouldn't be surprised if doesn't happen. I'm so tired. But I will check in with you in the morning, and we'll try and tackle whatever we've got left tomorrow. See you then. So, what a change of scenery. I don't think I've actually verbally spoken to you today, but it's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m, and I have got 4 hours and 52 minutes left on the timer. I have just finished a book that I haven't even spoken to you about because I needed an audiobook. So let's actually go back. I have been reading For the Wolf physically, and I am yay far through it. So, you know, closer to the end, but I needed an audiobook and I wasn't going to get the audiobook for the last bit of this. So I'm 291 pages into this. I am enjoying it. I'm definitely not loving it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the atmosphere. There are obviously things that are very predictable in here, but I like the direction that it's taken as a retelling, and I like how alive the forest and everything is. But yeah. Good time. Good time. We'll continue it, for sure. Like, I'm not DNFing it there or anything. I just needed to pause because I need an audiobook. Because if you can't tell from my surroundings, I needed to paint. So I have started painting the bedroom. I'm doing all the cutting in around the place. Yeah, that's the situation. So I've been listening to an audiobook and I have just finished No One Leaves the Castle by Christopher Healy. This is a middle grade murder mystery. It was fun. It was fun. There's wizards, there's gnomes, there's ogres, there's this dinner party where a bounty hunter, the Lilac, ends up getting invited to, and a wizard is murdered. And no one leaves the castle until they've solved all the mysteries, but it turns out that everyone in the castle has a secret of a kind. And it was just fun. It was a good time. I enjoyed it, and have now finished it. I would give it a 4-star. I think it was very entertaining. I liked it a lot, so yay for that. And that does mean that I now am still in need of painting, so I still need an audiobook, hence the AirPods, and I don't have one. So let's just have a little flick through Scribd and see what I can find that might hit the vibe. I was gonna do Fairground, wasn't I? The next Dreadwood one, but I don't have it physically, and I like to, especially now, like I'm stacking up my books as I'm going, like I want it physically to add to my stack, which I know is ridiculous, but I do. So let's see what we've got. And I need to be quick because I'm running out of hours in the day to actually get my time in. Lots of books that I've already read and loved, like Moondial by Helen Cresswell, The Creature Keeper by Damaris Young, Eye of the North by Sinead O'Hart. Already read all of those. A fair few that I haven't heard of. If I see a book that I own and haven't read, that would be nice. Come on, find something. Oh, the Thomas Taylor series. So many that I've already read. Howl's Moving Castle, Language of Ghosts, Ember and the Ice Dragons, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, A Place Called Perfect, Howl's Moving Castle again, 10 Riddles of Arthur Quicksmith. I've already read that. Don't own any of these. Secret of Whitestone Gate, again, already read. Okay. I've already spoken about this book once and said that I wasn't going to read it, but the audiobook is on Scribd. Valentine Crow and Mr. Death. Not the vibe I was looking for, but then again, No One Leaves the Castle was a like fun murder mystery and also not the vibes we were going for earlier in this vlog. So the vibe ship has sailed. I'm just going to listen to Valentine Crow and Mr. Death because it's on Scribd. And I don't want to have to use an Audible credit to get something else. And the audiobook is 6 hours. I have 5 hours left, but I'll listen to it on double speed anyway. So I may even then have time. Hopefully I will have like, ooh, it just started playing. Hopefully I will have, by the time I finish this, finished doing the painting that I want to do tonight, and can then go back to physically reading this and get a bit closer to finishing it. I don't think I will finish it, but I will try to get closer to the end. But yeah, in the meantime, another spooky middle grade, but I don't think this one's actually going to be spooky, but I'll listen to it anyway. Right, let's go. Hello, we are going to completely ignore the fact that it's like a week later and I never finished this vlog, and we're just gonna finish it now, okay? Okay, so I finished, Finn, is now the time. Now is the time. So, I finished Valentine Crow and Mr. Death that night, as I should have done whilst painting the bedroom. Completed it. Didn't love this as much as I wanted to. Not my favourite of the day, not my favourite of the challenge. It was kind of cutesy, but of all the middle grade that I have read for this challenge, my least favourite. By far, actually. We knew it didn't quite hit the same vibe that I was going for, but regardless, I knew that going into it, and still, it just didn't really hit me, this one, so, nah. And I have since remembered that I have actually DNF'd a middle grade from Jenny Spangler before. That's it, the vanishing trick that Jenny Spangler's done. I DNF'd that, so I really should have put that together beforehand, that this might not be one for me. And again, it hasn't been. I think I could have easily DNF'd this if I wasn't just listening to it for an audiobook whilst painting. You know, it was easy, but I didn't particularly care for it. So, yeah. Anyway, I finished this with 2 hours remaining on the timer. And what other book was I in the middle of? For the Wolf. And with 2 hours left, and I think I was, I don't know how far I was. I think I had like just under 100 pages left, maybe just about 100 pages left. And guess who finished it? Well, I say finished it, I literally got to the epilogue as the timer went off. So the epilogue is 4 pages. So I got to the epilogue as the 24-hour timer chimed, and I completed the challenge. I did then, of course, just read the epilogue because it was 4 pages, and let's be honest, I had probably, you know, done something for 4 pages worth of time whilst the timer was running. It's allowed, okay? But I have finished For the Wolf as well. I liked this. It wasn't as like dark and atmospheric as I wanted it to be, and I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in the sequel for this. Obviously I went into it thinking Red Riding Hood retelling, sort of. Less so more of a Beauty and the Beast sort of retelling, but I think there's definitely like other fairy tales and legends and stuff woven into this. It's not necessarily a straight retelling of something. I liked it. I found the plot interesting, but again, this one didn't like sink its claws into me. Apologies, my battery died. How rude of it. But as I was saying, this one didn't like sink its claws into me. I found it interesting enough, but I didn't love it, and I'm unsure whether I'm going to pick up the sequel or not. Like, I liked where this ended. There is a big plot point that is not wrapped up in this because there is a sequel, so that makes a lot of sense. But for the side of the plot that this one focuses on more, that's wrapped up in this one, or wrapped up, comes to a place that it's nice to end. So Finn chasing his tail. So I don't think I would feel like uneasy with not knowing like what happens next if I don't pick up the sequel. Like, I didn't love it that much, but I'm also glad that I have read it. It's been on my shelf for ages, on my TBR for a long time, so I am glad to have picked it up. But that does mean that for this 24-hour timer challenge, I read all of this. All of this in a 24-hour timer challenge. How many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books. Admittedly, we've got a manga, we've got a graphic novel, and we've got some middle grade in there. So, you know, it does make for fast reading. But I am so very impressed with this. And the fact that within the 24 hours, it was almost this exactly, minus 4 pages of For the Wolf. So, he really wants to play. Baby, what? Ooh, okay. I am really pleased with this as an accomplishment within this 24 hours. So, yeah. And yes, I am now in the library. I know I literally said in this video, oh, I'm not going to be in the library because it's not finished and you haven't seen that video. You have now seen that video and it is now finished. So, no need to hide it from you anymore. Here we are. But yeah, I am very chuffed with all of this reading. And I'm really glad that I did this challenge. I feel like it really helped pull me out of, not necessarily a slump, because I don't think I was in a slump. I think I've just been busy with moving house and such. But it pulled me out of the funk that I felt I was in, where I was like, right, I just can't read anymore because I haven't read anything in such a long time. To go in pretty intensely with reading a lot, and not only reading a lot, but also kind of reigniting that love for middle grade. I think it's definitely not as high as it was, and I was in the mood for a certain type of middle grade, but I am very glad that it happened. And I've got a bit of a TBR vet off here as well, and finished a series with Avalon Jones, started a new series that I'm excited to continue with Dreadwood, an unexpected gem in No One Leaves the Castle there, and then a graphic novel that I am not too keen on and therefore will clear some space on my graphic novel shelf. Yeah, I'm calling it a big old success, so winner. And thank you to my patrons for joining in with me on the challenge whilst I was doing it, because of course I did share with my patrons. We had some sprints, we made it a bit of a community event over there. If you wanted to check out my Patreon at all, I do a fair number of readathons over there and try and do sprints pretty regularly and stuff, so the link is always down below. You can join us for just a little squid if you fancied. But yeah, that is where I tend to do most of my readathoning. Yeah, cool. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a thumbs up, chat to me down below, all that good stuff. I am really hoping that now that this room and everything is set up, I can get back to semi-regular content. So hopefully you'll see me in whatever comes next, and it shouldn't be in a great number of weeks' time. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!